Hey, this is Dr. A here to activate your day. I'm so super excited to be with you. I know it's been about a minute, maybe about a week since I've been on the air live, and it's only because I've been so busy activating my day, activating my faith. I don't know about you, but that's a good thing. We need to get to the point where we're not just talking about it, but we're actually doing something. Well, today I have a treat for you. We're going to talk about six ways to be persistent. But before I do that, I want to ask you a question. What is the difference between being consistent and being persistent? What is the difference between being consistent and being persistent? Now, we can be consistent, which means, let's say, for instance, I am walking. So I am walking. I'm doing this consistently. I'm just consistently walking. Let's say this is my morning exercise that I do. I do it consistently. I walk consistently. But let's say that in my regular way of walking, maybe there is a obstacle that is in the way that normally is not there. Maybe on my path there is something that is a blockage there. I am consistent in walking, but then I say, oh, there's a blockage. I just can't walk anymore because there's a blockage where normally I go this path and I go this way and I normally I'm able to make it there, but now I can't. So I stop. But when you persistent, you say, there's a blockage here, or there's something here that's in my way that normally isn't here, or I didn't expect to happen. But because my goal is to keep moving, then I will be consistent but persistent, which means I have to either find a way around the blockage or over it, around it, or something, or maybe even take another path because it's not locked into my path. I'm speaking from experience. A lot of times, I do my walking. There's a certain way that I walk a path that I walk. But one day I was walking, and there's some things they had going on the street, and it was blocking where I normally go. So do I just turn around and say, that's it, I can't walk? No, I just chose another path. The key thing is we need to be persistent. Can you say persistent? Yes, we need to be persistent. We need to say, I'm not going to allow anything to stop my visions, to stop my goal. Now, there will be times we may need to rest, we may need to readjust, we may need to assess, but we don't stop. You continue to be persistent. I'm getting excited already. All right, now I want to tell you today six ways that I found out that you can be persistent in your goals, in your dreams, in things that you know that you've been wanting to do. Okay, number one, and I should have had this together, but identify your wants. Number one, identify your wants. Okay, you got to know what it is that you want. Now, in that same illustration about me walking and exercising, okay, I identified that I wanted to reach my amount of walking that I was going to do, like 4 miles. I was going to do my 4 miles. That's what I identified. That's what I wanted to do. It didn't matter if it was going in north, east, west, or south. It didn't matter if it was going down one street or going down another. The key thing, I identified my wants and my desires. Because if you don't know where you are going or what you really want, you'll probably end up somewhere else. So you have to, it goes with that statement. How you doing? Good to see you, Dr. McGee. Identify your wants. It goes with the statement that says this. It says that if you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything. So you identify your wants. That's number one. Number two, determine your motivation. Whoa. What type of motivation do you have? Now, granted, sometimes when we're starting an exercise program, for example, we may not always feel so geared up in the beginning. But once you identify or you determine your motivation behind it, then it says, you know what? It doesn't matter. I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving. That's the same thing with your goal. You're trying to build a business. You're trying to build your career. You're trying to start a foundation or whatever it is you're trying to do. Determine your motivation behind it. What motivates you? Now, initially, when I started, this is some years ago, because the young man now, he's 18, but my great nephew was maybe about 3 or 4 years old. And at the time, he used to come to the house and want me to play, and I would run with him and play with him. But honestly, I would give out of breath. Why? Because I was too heavy, and it started to make me feel tired. When I went to speak to somebody about my weight, they said, well, why do you want to lose weight? Let's find out your motivation behind it. I said, because I want to be able to play with my great nephew without feeling so tired. I say, it's sad. I shouldn't be this way. I identified or I determined my motivation. My motivation was I did not want to be so tired. So it wasn't just saying I'm going to work out or I'm going to lose weight because I need to lose weight. It had a motivation behind it. The same way with your business. Do you know your motivation? Is your motivation this is the way I need to make a living? I need to have savings, or I need to build this for my family, or I need to have something to leave as a legacy for my children, or whatever your motivation is. Identify and determine that motivation, okay? Number 3, outline your definite action step. Be specific, okay? Say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do my business, I know what I have to do. I just can't just wake up and say I'm going to do a business. I need to identify step 1. I need to just make a list of what I need to do. Find out everything about this industry. If my industry is into bakery, if I want to be a baker, find out everything about the industry of bakery, being a baker. Find out my competition. Find out what people like or want the most that I could handle. Maybe I am very good at cakes, but not that great at pies. Then I say, I'm going to focus on the pie. See the steps you begin to define your action steps. And then I'm going to go into the neighborhood and I'm going to do this or whatever. So you define what your action steps are. That's how you be persistent. That's number 3. Number 4, keep a positive mental attitude. I'm telling you, every day, this is something I used to say many years ago, and it came to my mind. I said, I got to start saying it again. It says, I am a money magnet. I'm walking in my wealthy place, and I'm living in the overflow. Now, I said that so much until I changed it, made it into a little tune. I am a money magnet. I am walking in my wealthy place. I am living in the overflow. I am. All right, now listen, that's what I did for me. Find out what works for you. You can take that if you want, okay? But begin to speak and keep a positive mental attitude every morning, every day, before you get out of your bed or your sofa, wherever you fall asleep, before you make that day, begin to speak these things into existence, into your life. Number 5, build your mastermind group. I find this to be very important. One of the reasons why I have a group called Activate Faith, one of the reasons I got a group called Come Alive is so I can build them up. If it's not just about me. So when you find what works for you, build others up and it will come back to you. It's something that happens when you begin to, if you're persistent about building your business, be persistent about helping others build their business, reminding them, giving them advice, giving them tips, giving them encouragement. All right. Be persistent. Number 6, develop discipline and habit, which means once you realize what it is you must do, then you must develop it to be a habit. If you know, for instance, you're doing a nutrition thing, let it be a habit. I'm going to drink more water. Don't just say I'm just going to drink more water. If it's you get up at 7 o'clock, 7:15, whatever, you got your water. Okay. And you know you need to start your exercise. You do exercise at this particular 7:30. I start my exercise. Whatever it is, you begin to develop it to become a habit. If you do something at least 21 times on a consistent basis, it becomes a habit. And it's to the point where even if you have been driving to work or driving to a place you go to all the time, you find you're not even thinking sometime and you automatically just drive there because it's become a habit. It's just muscle memory. All right. Well, let that happen with your business. Let that happen with your vision. Let that happen with your career. Let that happen with whatever it is that you're desiring for. Your persistency, let that become a habit. Develop that to be a skill and discipline yourself to be a habit. Hey, listen, this is Dr. A here to activate your day. I hope and I pray that you got something out of this today. Listen, always remember, always remember, you must awake, arise, and activate today. I love you to life. Bye-bye.